BlackMaleASMR. Tonight I'm going to read y'all a bedtime story. This book is called The Hidden Cave. Okay. This book was printed in 1973. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see this, but at the bottom. So I'm gonna get right into this. Now y'all don't focus on me, just close your eyes. Don't look at me. Close your eyes. Okay? Put some headphones on if you have some, and just relax. Okay? Chapter 1. Alice, look at Freckles. Tom grabbed his sister's arm and pointed. It was a steaming hot day. Alice and Tom had been jumping from rock to rock in the little stream in Prospect Park. Alice stopped to look up at the bank above the stream. She could see just the fluffy tip of Freckles' tail sticking out of a tangle of vines. A moment later, the tail disappeared, and there was no sign of the dog at all. Tom climbed the slippery bank to the place where Freckles had been. He pushed aside the heavy vine that hung down from the rocky ledge. Tom was excited. Guess what I found? Alice was almost 2 years older than Tom. It seemed to her that he was always excited about something. You found a spotted cocker spaniel, she said, and I hope he didn't catch the chipmunk he was chasing. Tom got down on his hands and knees and squirmed under the vines where Freckles had disappeared. After a few squirms, he too was hidden behind the vine. Al, come on up here, he yelled. Tom's voice was still excited, but he sounded different now, sort of hollow. Maybe she ought to look at what Tom had found. Alice was standing on a rock in the middle of the stream. She jumped to the bank. Holding on to bushes and clumps of grass, she climbed up to the patch of vines. With one hand, she lifted a thick vine. It was like a curtain. Behind it, Alice found the opening of a large drainage pipe. There were rocks all around the pipe to make it look like a cave. 3 rusty iron bars blocked the opening. twisted bar. He was squatting inside the pipe. When Alice lifted the curtain of vines, he grinned at her. "It's a real cave," he said. Chapter 2. Alice was excited now too, but all she said was, "It's just an old sewer pipe. Worse, Freckles." Tom had been so surprised to find the cave that he had forgotten a dog. Now he began to whistle. The pipe stretched back into the hill. It was dark there. The scratching noise came from the black tunnel. The noise became louder, and Freckles came running out of the darkness. He rushed to greet the children. His tail wagged so hard that the back half of Freckles wagged along with it. Freckles ran under the twisted bar. He jumped around Alice as if he were on springs. She gave him a pat with a hand that wasn't holding up the vine, but she kept looking into the tunnel. "I wonder where it goes." "Let's explore it, Al." Tom crawled further into the pipe. Alice bent down to go under the bar. She was bigger than Tom. She had to lie flat on her stomach and twist to get in. Freckles squeezed in after her. When Alice let go of the vine, it flopped down over the opening of the cave and cut out most of the light. It was cooler here than outside. The daylight sifted through the layers of leaves. This part of the cave was lit with a soft green glow. Once Alice had wiggled her way into the cave, she found that there was just enough room for her to sit up. If she were any taller, she'd have to lean forward. Now Alice and Tom heard voices outside. They were coming closer. Alice put her arm around Freckles to keep him quiet. She leaned close to the bars and peeked through the vine. 3 big boys were walking along the stream. 2 of them tried to push the other one into the water. He dodged them and ran up the bank on the other side. Alice and Tom sat very still until the boys were gone. "We don't want anybody else to find this place," Alice whispered. She heard a little scraping noise. A small flame was burning back where Tom was sitting. I found a book of matches on a park bench, Tom explained. It has 2 whole rows of matches in it. We can use one row to explore the tunnel. Alice said, save the other row for the way back. Come on. Tom went first into the tunnel. Alice came after him, and Freckles followed her. They couldn't go very fast. Tom had to hold the match. The pipe seemed to go uphill. The air was cool and damper. Tom lit another match. In a little while, they were out of sight of the opening of the cave. They crawled along for what seemed like ages. Can you see the end of the tunnel yet? Alice asked. No, Tom said. It's still dark up ahead, and there are only 2 matches left in this row. Try to let them burn a little longer. Alice arched her back and tried to stretch her legs. Ow. Tom dropped the match. It went out. I burned my finger. Does it hurt? Alice asked. Sure does. What do we do now? Tom asked. Alice held out her hand. Give me the matches. Can't, Tom said. I've lost them. Hold still. Maybe they're caught in your clothes. Alice reached to grab Tom. She began to feel for the matches. Stop it, Al. You're tickling. Tom giggled. Hey, get your fingers out of my mouth. Take it easy. Alice let go of him. Feel on the ground. It can't be far away. Let's go back the way we came. Where's Freckles? Alice felt the dog's cold, wet nose on her hand. She hugged him. It made her feel better to know that Freckles wasn't afraid of the dark. His wagging tail banged against her knee. Alice held onto the dog's collar, and Tom grabbed a hold of Alice's pants leg. They crawled along in the darkness for a few feet. Then Alice felt something with her free hand. It was the book of matches. I found them, Tom. Alice pulled a match out of the book and tried to strike it. The match bent. They're wet. There's water in this pipe. A tiny stream was trickling through the pipe. The stream seemed to be getting deeper. The water in it was flowing faster every minute. By this time, Alice was really scared. They crawled faster. The knees of their pants were wet. Freckles liked wading. He splashed the children's faces with his tail. At last, Alice saw a glimmer of green light. She let go of the dog and moved ahead on all fours. When they reached the mouth of the cave, she peeked through the curtain of vines. No wonder it's wet in her. It's pouring outside. Okay, now it's the end of chapter 2. Yeah, so far I'm actually enjoying this book. I just randomly got it for free. I didn't pay for it. But yeah. It's written by a person named Ruth Chew. That's RUTHCHEW. So, I hope y'all enjoyed the first 2 chapters. I'm sorry about the interruptions outside. Yeah. And I hope this is beneficial to y'all.